So we're going to start by talking about order of operations. You've been doing order of operations since the 5th grade, okay? But the beauty is that now you have these scientific calculators, and they're really, really smart, and if you put it in correctly, it'll do order of operations for you. So today is really practicing how to put it into the calculator correctly. Okay? If there's a parentheses, that means put the parentheses. If there's 2 parentheses back to back, you gotta put both parentheses back to back. Okay? Also want to make the clarification between a negative sign and a subtraction sign. If you look at your calculators, okay, the bottom row, you have the on button, the 0, the decimal, and then you have a minus sign in parentheses. That's your negative button. And then on the right hand side, you have your operation buttons. That's your subtraction. You can't put a subtraction symbol for a negative and a negative for a subtraction. It'll mess it up. Now, if you don't have the same calculator, it's going to be different. And you might want to get one of these. Or unless you know how to do it on that one. Okay, then you're fine. Alright? So, we're going to use the calculators for the most part. But as a refresher, we've got PEMDAS. What does the P in PEMDAS stand for? Parentheses. Yeah, so we can go ahead and put parentheses down. We have parentheses. Or you may sometimes hear them called grouping symbols, which means parentheses are just parentheses, okay? Grouping symbols are like brackets, okay? Which basically is like a more powerful parentheses. What's the E stand for?
Exponents.
Exponents. We talked about that in our last chapter about exponents. This is kind of like a checklist in the order that you go. You start with parentheses. Then you move to exponents. So for example, if I had x to the 4th power, that would mean I have 4 copies of x. But that would be my exponent. So we got to take care of those. Now, if you have parentheses and you have something going on inside of the parentheses, you still follow order of operations inside those parentheses. Because you may have an exponent and adding and subtracting and multiplying and dividing all inside of parentheses. So then you still follow the same order. Okay? What does the M and D stand for? Multiply or divide. And this is important, whichever comes first in the problem. And we solve it from left to right. What that means is as you read the problem, it's just like you read a book. You read it from left to right. So if I had this, I would read this expression as 5 divided by 2 times 3. Because I said 5 divided by 2 first, I would do 5 divided by 2 first. Okay? Then multiplied it by 3. This is not new to y'all, right? This is review. Okay. And so the A and the S stand for adding and subtracting. Once again, whichever one comes first, and we still solve it from left to right. That's kind of why we stack it up with the M and D next to each other and the A and S next to each other, because it just depends on which one comes first. So we have this expression. It's a really long expression, right? We want to simplify it. Make it simpler. Make it smaller, right? Combine things. So this is where we're gonna take your calculator and we're gonna practice. If you can put this exact problem in the calculator exactly the way it's written. So look, it's on your notes, so you don't even have to look at the board to try and copy it into your calculator. If it has a parentheses, you gotta write the parentheses. Everybody put it into your calculator. Let's see who can get the right answer the first time we do it. That's also a thing. We're gonna see who can do it right the first time. And if you don't know how to do the exponent, I can help you with that. Alright, if you don't know how to do the exponent, on the left hand side there is about midway, it looks like a little rooftop. You see the little rooftop button on your calculator? You'll click that and it'll bump a flashing box up to the top corner. You'll type in whatever you want your exponent to be, and then you have to jump down from the house by pressing the over arrow. Okay?
How was the roof box?
No, you didn't do it correct. Try it again. Yes, that's correct. Pay attention to your parentheses. Kyla got hers first try. Was your first try, right? Okay, first try. Keep going. You got that. Minus parentheses. Ta-da! Yours is a little bit different. You have an X.
Okay, so you third time.
Alright, what are we getting? Let's see. I think you did something wrong. See right here, that you put a minus instead of a negative. If you get a syntax error, it'll usually when you hit the clear button, it'll do a flashing box. See how it says syntax error? When you hit clear, it's flashing under this, meaning you put the minus sign instead of the negative. Up, do it again, somewhere. You did it again. How many times did you do this, Joe? You should be getting -2. You should be getting, did you get -2? Alright, you should have gotten -2. You didn't, we've got more for you to practice getting, okay? So we should have gotten -2. Alright? Let's see if you all can redeem yourself, those who didn't get it the first time. Let's try problem B. Put it into your calculator. Parentheses, -3, parentheses, exponent, 2, off arrow, divided, 3, times, parentheses, 5, minus, 10, plus, parentheses, -8, parentheses. Enter.
You should
There's
the
a
second
whole
one?
lot of line.
Huh?
You should the second one?
Yes, you're doing the second one. Let's see what you get. I can't remember what the answer is. I think I remember what it is. Yes, I remember. Correct. Look, I was on a roll. Yes, ma'am. Bristol got it. Yes, Hunter got it. Good job.
I need it.
Beautiful. The other Bristol got
I
it.
think I put too many,
Okay, clear. And it's gonna flash and tell you where you went wrong. You pushed the -3.
negative 39.
Negative 39. Negative 39.
I don't think he went from the negative, but
Alright, you should've got negative 39. Did you get negative 39? Alright. We're getting better. Slowly but surely, we're getting better.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. Alright, let's try C. Let's see if we get 100%. All of us. Type it in correctly. Hunter Speedy Gonzalez over here already got it. Don't show nobody.
Cause he was speedable.
Because he did it before we got to it. I just ordered some there. They just got delivered for our homework raffle.
Ding, ding, ding.
Alright, so far we got, everybody's getting it. No pressure, gentlemen. No pressure. Hey, Kaden got it. Good job.
No, delete.
No pressure. Did you get it? Yeah. Come on, then, Sean. You can do it.
I got it. I think this is it 12.
Yes, it's 12. It's 12.
I got it.
Ken, you getting it?
Huh?
You getting it?
Yeah, I'm finna fix this. Link it.
Yay!
I'm so proud of my fingers.
You get it?
I'm so proud of
You
my
need to
fingers.
get one of these calculators over here.
Get the beat on cause and Sean, I got the same calculator.
Yeah, and you have to put the number that. You have to put like the number first.
I had one of the calculators you had, but I got that. Something
I got my license.
They could be hunting license or fishing license. Well,
Alright.
that's not one of them.
You should have gotten 12. Should have gotten 12. Alright? Moving right along. Alright, last one for you to practice. Everybody, let's get it. Last one to practice like this.
I like doing this.
Well, you've got like 3 or 4 problems on your homework that are just this. So that's almost half your homework tonight. So you should get those. If you don't have one of these calculators at the house, you can find it online.
Wait. Yeah.
There's a whiz over there. Yes, ma'am. Let's see if this Bristol got it. Yes, ma'am.
I got it first.
Let's get Kaden got it too. Ding, ding, ding.
3 hearts.
I got five. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, ma'am. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding.
Yay!
Ding,
I'm
ding,
not
ding.
saying what.
Winners, winners, winners. We're all winners.
Okay, and it won't let me go back down and put the time.
That couldn't have been bad.
It won't let me go back.
I want to get a calculator like this. Patricia. Yeah, you know Patricia. Patricia.
I hate this calculator.
No. That's not her name.
I was trying to put
No, her name is.
the power through above that, but it won't.
I need a new binder and calculator.
Alright, we're about to move on. We gotta get things. Alright. But overall, we feel comfortable in being able to put things into the calculator. We know the difference between a minus and a negative now. We know how to find the exponent. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Maybe. Kinda. Alright, so we should have gotten what for that problem?
2.
2. Good job. Alright. So moving on to our next thing. It's called the distributive property. And this right here is an example of how you do it. Now, you did distributive property last year with Miss Mullis or Mr. Sapp. Okay? You did do this. What it means is whatever is on the outside, you have to give to the inside. It has to go to everything on the inside. Now, what does it mean when a number is touching a parenthesis? What operation is that? Multiplication. So we are multiplying that -3. See right here where it says multiply? That's important to know. We're multiplying each term by what's on the outside. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. It's not hard. Guys, you have a calculator. Use the calculator to help you divide or help you multiply. So look at problem E for a second. I'm going to make this big so Caden can see it over there. Okay? He's always squinting at me. Alright, so we're going to take this 2 and it's going to go to the 4 and it's going to go to the 9W. So what this is saying is, do not pick up your calculator yet, write it down. We are saying 2 times 4, and we're saying 2 times 9W. What operation is going to go between those two expressions right there? What's between it? Addition. Do you see how there's an addition sign? Between the 4 and the 9, we're going to use the same sign. So what's 2 times 4? 8. So 8 plus, what's 2 times 9? 18. But we can't forget that W. Can we combine those two terms?
No.
Can we put them together?
No.
Why not?
Just for W.
Because of the W. Do you know, does 8 have a variable attached to it?
No.
No, it is a constant. It's constantly single and by itself. Whereas 18 has a partner. It has a W. You can't put both of those together. The only way you can put them together is if they both have the same variable. Okay, so this is as far as we can go. This is our final answer. And that's all you have to do. This should not be foreign. You did this last year. You just might need a refresher on it. Bristol says it's easy, because it is. Okay? This time, we're going to give -8 to 6x, and we're going to give -8 to 3. So on your homework tonight, I better see some arrows and where you rewrite it. So this is -8 times 6x, and then we've got -8 times 3. What operation is happening between those two? Addition. And where'd you get that addition from, Kyla? The original problem, right? We just plugged that in. What is -8 times 6? Put it in your calculator. Don't guess it. -8 times 6. No.
40.
No.
Negative
48 x. Okay? Bring down my addition sign. What's -8 times 3? -8 times 3. You all have a calculator. -24. Okay? Can those two things go together? Why not? One has an X and one doesn't. This is a good answer, but it's not the only answer. You may see it look a little bit different. Notice right here how we have two signs touching each other? Do you see that? We don't typically, the proper way in math, when we leave a final answer, we don't leave two signs in the middle. So if you think back to our song, same signs positive, different signs are?
Not.
Are these different or same?
Different.
They're different. So it's going to make a minus, look like a negative, okay? So it's going to be negative 48x minus 24. You may see a question that says select all that apply. Both of those answers would have been correct, because if we were to go and solve this or simplify this, you know, it's subtraction, right? And what do we do with subtraction? We keep, change, change. We would keep 48 the same. We would change subtraction to addition, right? And we would change the positive to a, so isn't this the keep, change, change version? So are they the same thing? Yeah. The more proper way, though, to write it is like this. Okay? I just don't want you to get confused when you're doing an IXL and you might see it look different. Okay? Alright. So let's look at G. How are we going to do G?
Negative 4.
Uh-huh. Right, we're going to give it to both, right? And so the first one's going to be negative 4 times negative 4D. And the second one is going to be what?
Times 5.
Negative 4 times 5. This is a subtraction sign that separates the two, right? So what's negative 4 times negative 4?
Negative 8. Oh, minus.
Negative 4.
16.
Put it in your calculator. What is negative 4 times negative 4?
16.
No, it's positive 6. Same signs are positive. You have a negative times a negative, so your answer is positive. Negative 4 times 5. Negative 20. Guys, if I'm giving you a calculator, put it in your calculator. There's no sense in missing it because you did the math wrong, when the tool will do it for you. Okay? All right, bring down our minus sign. Can those two things be put together? Can we put 16D with negative 20? No. But do you see how I have two signs touching? Uh-huh. So it's going to be, because they're the same, it's going to be positive, right? All right, let's try one more together, and then I want you to try one by yourself. Okay? Walk me through how I would do this.
Negative 6 times negative 8p.
All right, so let's write that down so we don't forget it. Negative 6 times negative 8p. If you want to go ahead and do the math for that, you could. What's negative 6 times negative 8? Put it in your calculator before you speak. 48p. All right, now what?
Negative.
Negative 6 plus 3. Times 3.
Which gives you?
Gives you negative 18.
Okay, what's going to go between the two? What's separating the two right now? What's separating the
18.
negative? What's separating the -8 and the 3?
Addition.
Addition.
48p plus.
Can we make this better?
Yes.
How?
Two signs together.
Alright, and our two signs, are they the same or different?
Different.
So it's gonna be what?
Negative.
So we have 48p minus 18. Can we put those two things together in our calculator? Can I go 48p minus 18?
No,
No.
Why not?
because you don't have a p on your calculator.
Well, that, and one has a p and one doesn't. If they don't have share a variable, can they go together?
No.
No, they're not the same thing. One's like saying 48 pickles, and one's just saying the number 18. Okay, pickles and the number 18 aren't the same, right?
You must like pickles.
I mean, I do. All right, y'all try I. You do I yourself. Try I.
Oh, is this the?
No, some kids supposed to pick it up. They haven't done it yet.
Oh, God.
Why'd you say, oh gosh, like that? Because he saw the problem with us.
I remember that. I like those though. I like those.
Why'd you say, oh gosh, like that?
Alright, we should have gotten 6v minus 16. Ta-da! Alright, one thing I do, we're gonna skip to L. Okay? We have a floating negative right there.
Oh my.
Well, we can't just have floating magical negatives. What's in front that we don't see? An invisible 1. So really we're saying -1 times -5. -1 times -5.
That's easy.
It is. It's just trying to confuse you. And you've got -1 times 3v.
You don't even have to do that part.
I think you started it. I
Oh,
have to turn it into that in here.
I thought it said you can do that.
What did I do? And then I realized it was left part, and I was like, okay.
My bro.
Down again, so just start making your running list
the words that they said that several of them repeat.
Okay.
So it may not be as long as it looks like it's gonna be.
Okay.
Alright, so what did we get?
I got, positive 5,
Yeah,
positive 5, negative,
minus
minus negative 3b.
negative 3b. Can we make this better?
No.
I say yes.
Why? How?
If you,
Oh,
no, cause they all got
that's
the
a
same
negative.
signs.
Alright, but there's two we don't like two signs in the middle.
Because both sounds are together.
Uh-huh.
And since they're both the same, one's not
Right, same signs are positive. You see how it's a minus and a minus, or a minus and a, looks like both negatives, right? Okay, those are gonna combine to make it positive, so it's 5 plus 3v. Can we combine those two things together? Can we put those things?
It's because I have a
One has a
very,
variable and the other doesn't.
Beautiful, great job. Okay? Alright, for now we're gonna skip over to the next page to O. O's trying to trick us, but y'all are too smart to be tricked.
period.
You're good. We're gonna do that later. Alright, O for oh no.
Oh no.
What's different about this one?
There's
There's 3. So what are we gonna do this time?
Put it in your calculator.
It's the same thing. Instead of doing it 2 times, we're gonna do it 3 times, right? It doesn't matter if there's 20 things in there. It's the same way over and over again. It's negative 3. Negative 3 times negative 1, which is separated by a plus sign. And then it's negative 3 times 2x. And then negative 3 times 7. And then you put it in your calculator. Negative 3 times negative 1 should give you positive 3. Negative 3 times 2x gives you negative 3 times positive 2 should give you negative 6x. And then negative 3 times 7 gives you negative 21.
There's two signs together.
Alright, so we can go ahead and take care of that, right? Alright, so what are these two going to combine to make? Are they same or different? Negative, okay. Same or different?
Different. Negative.
So we've got 3, 6x, and 21. Can any of those be put together?
3.
Yeah, you could put 3 and 3 minus 21. What's 3 minus 21?
18.
Negative 18 minus
That was easy.
Alright. We're going to bypass this word problem for now. We'll come back to it. And we're going to look at factoring expressions. This is the same thing as the slide method that you should have learned last year. Anybody learn the slide method last year?
I don't remember it.
Where you put the slide up underneath it? And you found GCF?
We don't do that briefly.
Okay, well, we did it, okay? Well, there's some special numbers that you can test out in the slide if you don't know where to start. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. These are your first prime numbers, meaning nothing else can go into them. So if you ever get stuck, you can try dividing one of these numbers. Okay? So let's look at 15 and 25. These are easy numbers. what could go into 15 and 25? What do they have in common?
They both have a 5.
They both have 5, right?
Yes,
So if
ma'am.
I put a 5 out here, what is 15 divided by 5?
3.
3x, right? And then what is 25 divided by 5? If we factor that out, we take it out.
5.
5.
3 times 5.
Is there anything that goes into 3 and 5?
No, no.
Do you notice how they're both in the list up here?
Yes, ma'am.
If they're both in the list up there, that means we can't go any further. Once we hit one of those numbers from the list, we're done. So, we're going to take this and put it into the distributive property. All you do is drop it down, parentheses, drop it down, drop down your operation, drop down that, close the parentheses. Ta-da! And if you check it, using the distributive property, what's 5 times 3?
15.
And then what's 5 times 5?
25.
Isn't that what we started with?
Yes, ma'am.
Then that means we did it correctly. Alright, look at 4 and 20. What do 4 and 20 have in common? They both have a 2. Think of a higher number. They both can have 4, right? What's 4 divided by 4?
4 divided by
1. Y, right? What's 20 divided by 4? 5. Look at y'all smart children. Can we go any lower? Because it's got a 1 and it's got a 5. As soon as we hit one of those numbers, we're done. We can't go any further. So all we do is just drop our numbers down. It's like drop, parentheses, release, release, not police, release.
What's your favorite class period in this picture?
All of them.
You can tell them the truth.
That's a good answer.
I won't be hurt.
She's in my second period.
Probably. Or first, if you got.
Second period is my planning period where I don't have any children.
Oh, yeah, that is your first period. Your
So
favorite
that
period.
is your favorite.
Alright, so what about a fraction? Because everybody knows all the things that multiply to give us fractions, right?
Yes.
I don't.
I
I don't.
have no clue.
So, the trick here is factor out the fraction that is tied to the variable. That's always a big thing. If you could try the thing that's tied to the variable, try the smallest number, it might work. So let's take out 1/2. What is 1/2 divided by 1/2?
1/2.
1. Anything divided by itself is 1. So guess what? When we do 1/2 divided by 1/2 again, we're going to get 1. Well, guess what? We have 2 1s. That means we are done. So I would put it in as 1/2 parentheses 1n. Bring down my minus 1. Close the parentheses. How are we feeling about this so far?
Feeling good.
I hope so. You've got a few problems like this on your homework tonight. I hope we're drawing our arrows so we know where these numbers come from, so when you're doing your homework tonight, you're not confused. So if that's the case, what should we try to factor out here? 3/4. Right? Let's try factoring out 3/4. Well, what is 3/4 divided by 3/4? 1. Anything divided by itself is 1. This one I would have to use my calculator. What is 3/2 divided by 3/4?
2.
2. We have a 1 and a 2. That means we are done. So let's drop them in. We have 3/4 parentheses 1p. What's going to go after the p? Minus, because it have a minus sign, minus 2. Close your parentheses. Ta-da. What do 4 and 10 have in common? They both have 2's, right? Because they're both even. So what's negative 4 divided by 2?
2.
Negative.
2.
And what's 10 divided by 2?
5.
So how would we set that up?
2 plus negative 2 plus 5.
Correct. And you use a plus sign. Why are we using plus?
Because you dropped the
Correct. Alright, last one, and then y'all may have some time to be able to work on your homework for tonight. Okay? What do 5 and 30 have in common?
5.
2.
5.
5. Can,
The
What's-
5 is as high as you can go before you number space.
alright, what's negative 5 divided by 5?
It would,
Negative 1. And 30 divided by 5.
6.
Good. So we rewrite it as 5 times negative 1d plus 6.
Is that D or, is it a D or a 1?
That's a d. Negative d. Negative 1d. And that's it. Alright, you've got about 10 minutes that you can go ahead and start on your homework for tonight. And you could get it a lot done, especially since the first few are the order of operation questions.
After I get my belt called